Welcome back, G's. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get this party started. One more. Come on, let's get the good vibes in, man. Let's get some good vibes here. Where's my song? Where's my song? Oh, here we go. No. Is it this one? No. No. There we go. Let's make some money. Nice. Okay. What's good? Good to see you guys. Welcome back to the live streams here, all right? It's gonna be just a couple more weeks of working on our Lexus series, making sure that everything is until perfection, okay? Quality. A lot of work, a lot of effort into our series coming out in regards to the LTA concepts here. After that, I'm gonna be back full-time streaming. Full-time, boom, as much as possible, okay? For now, we're sticking with this one here, unless it's like some crazy news there, or whatever the case may be here. But yeah, soon we're gonna be full-time back on the streams. Overall, thank you for the support, man. Absolutely nuts. 4,000 people have downloaded the ebook. We got like an incredible amount of emails as well back, based upon people's experience, testing it out, reading through it, questions. This is super important for us in order to move forward. So keep coming with feedback. Keep writing down what you have discovered, what you have learned. For me, that's the best way to improve, to make it better, and to come up with some more clarity in regards to the strategy and stuff. Absolute necessity for me as well to improve with our team and to deliver something on the highest level, okay? So far, fantastic stuff. Let's talk about gold here. We have obviously no news today, so nothing really to, we're not in a rush. Obviously, that's going to be a good thing. We're going to go over the previous week, and then we're going to lead into this current week and potential expectations as well here, because tomorrow, you guys know it already, tomorrow is the biggest day of the week, and that's the CPI, baby. All right, the CPI is coming out here. They expect, and this is going to be interesting, they expect a higher outcome. They expect a 3.4 year-over-year inflation, which is 0.2% higher than the previous, right? So this might be causing some troubles. If it's higher than 3.4, you bet the dollar is gonna do something interesting, very interesting. Gold might be finally thinking about some sort of retracement or whatever the case may be, but that's not the case for now. That's not the case for at this current moment. Definitely not the case yet here. All right. So before we start, let's quickly go into the chat. Let's see what my G's are doing here. Let me quickly look at it. We have Lord Blanket, my man, Maria. Hope you're doing well, Maria. Gavin, we have Jesus. Good morning, Lorenzo. Would it be a version of the book in Spanish possible? Translations are definitely potential things that we can do later on, for sure. Yaslin, DS, I see you rebook. I see Jens, I see my G Grant in the CBAR fall. I see Dominos in the building as well. LTA says, yo Lorenzo, I've used page 52 entry model in 4 trades on Bitcoin and Ethereum with 100% hit rate. URAG for sharing this with us for free and live trading. 100% hit rate, entry model. Oh, 52, page 52. Okay, we can go over it in a second here. That's great to hear. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Yeah, working on crypto as well. That's a fact, for sure. Fantastic stuff. LTA in the building here. G bro, good to see you, my man. Dominic, good to see you. Yeah, the fam is back. The fam is back. Okay. Woo! JMax's ebook is incredible, bro. I've never understood something so quickly. Yeah, this is the foundation, okay? This is just the foundation. There is much more coming here, but we have to start somewhere, all right? We have to start out, you know, on a smaller scale, okay? The ebook is the framework, the foundation, and after that, of course, there are so many different things that, you know, are going to be involved here. Also, if you already use a particular strategy, there are a lot of ways where we can implement both, and you can find your own edge there as well. Well, we can all talk about this a little bit later on. Okay, so let's talk about gold, man. Let's talk about this whole week. Last week, for example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? One massive uptrend. That's it. Up, 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 up. You know? The only moment where we came down was just on a Friday to manipulate the lows to then shoot up once again, you know, during the NFP. So we came down during the NFP first, and then we shoot up, okay? So we have the information of this week. We use our tool from the left to the right here. Okay, it gives us some information coming along here, giving us a couple key levels here. Of course, you have the value area high. This is now called the previous weekly value area high at 234. Okay, or 23.4. My bad, 23.4. Okay, I need to improve on these numbers, man. 23.4. So let's highlight the 23.4. Let's also highlight the previous weekly POC here. Okay, just quickly want to do that, and then we're gonna go over, you know, all the way till today, till we are right now, and what the potential expectations are, and how we're gonna, you know, set up our game plan for it. Okay, so very important stuff. Now, when you look at the new week, this is where we closed up the week here. In essence, what we did last week was we opened at 22.41, okay, and we closed at 23.31. All right, so that's an 890 pip move. Okay, 890 pips, which is pretty wild if you look at it from that angle. So yeah, taking this to the 50-minute. Okay, let's zoom in. This is where the week started. Now the Asian session, what did it do? You can see it right away. Asia came into the previous weekly value area high at 23.04, and what it did from there was boom, it actually never came back down. Okay, it came up. This is the Monday, we shoot up. I think we came up all the way until Asia. We started to slow down during London a little bit, and then during New York. In the end, we started to push up once again. Okay, overall a pretty slow day. It was still an area of consolidation. The biggest move was during the Asian session, but you can see that the previous weekly value area high was at exact bottom. Most of us were sleeping, so unfortunately I do not think that many people were able to take this long from the 23.04 unless you're living in Asia right now and you're trading in the morning. Then this would have been a potential setup that you could have taken here. I was still sleeping. Okay, not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really 100% a morning person, and when I work or when I wake up in the morning, I probably go boxing right away, so I never really look at the charts when I wake up right away. I try to avoid it and just come back after I'm done with, you know, these type of things first before I start into the charts here. So I definitely never was able to take this trade here. We took you know, took out the highs, and then we started to came up here. So with that information, now we have the Tuesday, and that's today. Okay, so the Monday eventually came up significantly here. Our lowest point is at 23.04, and the highest point was at 23.54. Okay, so let's take it till where we are now. Boom. That's it. Okay, we are there. What's important to mention as well is the following. Okay, we have a couple of important things here to talk about. For example, we have also a swing potential scenario here. So, you know, there are a couple ways you can look at it from this angle. So number one was this low from Friday. Okay, this was the NFP, right? So we manipulated lows, we came up. There are a couple ways to look at it. You can take it to this high. That's one layer, but price never retraced there. So you can always take it to the next high as well. And then if you go back to the 1 hour, okay, look at what happened here. So you had that swing, okay, that swing value area high and that POC, and the POC was the bottom. Okay, so what happened was on a Monday, we came after that expansion here, we had another potential trade. And this was definitely a setup that, you know, we could have taken right here due to the fact that what we did was we manipulated the lows of the opening price, and we tapped into this 4 times here. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hourly candles before that expansion. So 5 hourly candles tapped into the swing POC, and the 6th one eventually broke above here, and that caused that expansion to the upside right now. So therefore, that was a pretty decent setup overall here. I think that we gained until the end. It's like 150 pips from there, something like that. 160 pips from that initial move here. On the break, it would have been probably something more like a 100 pip move, I think, something like that. So nothing too wild, still great, nothing too crazy overall though. Okay, that was the swing POC, which is important to mention. Now we do have some information now. Okay, a couple levels that I'm looking at. Number 1 is the value area high from the previous day, which is right here. We're sitting currently at that exact level at 23.48. Okay, so this is an important level for now. And then we also have the POC. Okay, the POC is, I think, the most interesting level for us today if we come down to see how we respond from this exact level here. And the reason why I think that we might potentially still hold here is because of the fact that if you look here at the overall trend here, and you know that the CPI usually causes these major moves in the market, these major expansions. So it can also be some sort of reversal and all that stuff. Then, you know, you can directly see that potentially we're building up that serious amount of, of liquidity also at this particular moment here. Look at that trend that we have been building right now. And, you know, the way we're setting up for it is quite interesting. So even if you break below it here, and this could still be the manipulation to the upside one more time. If you start closing below it, I think that coming back towards these lows is another layer. So we're going to look at it and see how we respond around these levels here based upon the closures. And starting out with the 30-minute. And then based upon the 30-minute, we can see, okay, is there a chance that we can bounce from the 23.38? Okay, the 23.38.25 to be exact on the 01 chart. If we do decide to close already above the value area high here, and we are holding up very strong, and the next candle does the same thing and we flip, yeah, we might already set it in a long position here. But for now, we have to just observe and see how we can rock and roll with this level first before we, you know, go to the next level and the next level and see how we respond from there. Okay. So overall looking quite interesting here. The dollar itself, if you look at the dollar is trying to recover, especially if you go to the 2 hour here. You are in that low, and that low might cause indeed price to, you know, shoot up a little bit. But if there is not enough volume for the dollar or not enough aggressive price movement, then it also can be that we're just trying to push up here until this area of resistance. So we have, let's say, this high right here. You can see very crucial point in the market. Same here, and same here. So if you go and look at the 2 hour, okay, or take this to the 30-minute even, then yes, you have this consolidation, and this could be the manipulation to move up. But if you get rejected here, then potentially this could then result into that continuation down, because the daily candle of the dollar is definitely not looking that strong so far, right? We're not looking that strong whatsoever, and it seems that we're not really recovering from it either at this particular moment. Okay, so pay very close attention to this. The yield very similar, however the yield looks a little bit stronger. That's the main asset we have to look at for gold today when we're looking for entries here. Okay, because if the yield is going to go bananas, then you could say bye-bye to gold, and gold is going to break through all the levels here, and then it's just going to be a continuation down, and that continuation is also potentially a setup, but it's just a reversal play. That's it. Okay, for now we should be trading with the trend until I think we're proven to be trading otherwise, and that's still long until we start breaking below these type of key levels right here. Okay, so if gold does not play out today because of the CPI coming out tomorrow, you know, all that stuff here is super key, then I think it's also important to have a couple of backup plans that I think are important. So this is not for the people that do not trade anything else than gold. But this is going to be, you know, GU, for example. GU is also very interesting when we come back towards this zone. I think GU has a lot of potential to potentially look for that continuation, as we have been ranging very, very nicely here. And we have been overall still in a big range, which we're now retesting. And if we're retesting that big range, I think we're going to see that one more potential expansion to the upside as well here. So GU and the dollar Canadian dollar, which bounced off of the swing POC perfectly here, and is also doing this consolidation, expansion, and then that retracement here, and the manipulation, and then potentially the expansion to the upside, tapping into the swing POC perfectly, looking for a continuation up here. So these are all backup trade setups in case gold is not doing what we wanted to do. Okay. So yeah, keep a close eye on the fact that it is the CPI tomorrow. So yeah, days before major news events like the NFP and the CPI usually are quite tricky. But after this, it's kind of like pretty much done with the major stuff here. Okay, we do have indeed the PPI still coming along here, but the tomorrow is going to be by far the most important part, right? We're talking about the meeting minutes for the FOMC and then the CPI, which is the biggest day of the week. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Gonna be fun, preparation, and all that stuff here. So yeah, keep a close eye on the current levels, the 2348 and the 2338, and see if this is a reversal play or if you have to come down to the 2338. This is where I have my eyeballs on the potential level 2338 because of the POC, and also still trading above the opening price of the week and just retesting it to look for continuation. Make people go short and then potentially reverse again to the upside to then tomorrow potentially come down when the CPI comes up. Yes, sir. How do you look at the dollar yen? Yeah, along the way, while we're waiting, I think we can go over a couple more charts to see how it goes and if you see something nice. All right. Awesome. Mesfin says, hey man, from Ethiopia, I like your ebook. Cool. Yeah, if you're interested in backtesting the LTA concepts right now based upon this ebook, I highly recommend you to do it just step by step. Okay. So when you're backtesting something, which I should have mentioned already earlier, the best thing that you can do here is you can go to this page, page number 9, the table of content. Right here, you look at it. You say, okay, chapter 1 is the weekly profiles. Start out with the weekly profiles and the Sunday open, right? How did on your asset or your pair, whatever you trade, if it's gold or whatever, how did the Sunday open respond on a Monday, especially on a Monday, okay? And how does it react in previous weeks, right? You have also something called the previous Sunday open, right? The Sunday open of the previous week where price sometimes retraces to as well. So you backtest just that, okay? Then you backtest just the weekly profiles, right? The previous weekly, the current weekly, okay? Then you go to the daily, right? The previous daily, the previous daily. You do it in chapters first before you start actually going and doing an all-around top-down analysis. If you start out with a top-down analysis from the beginning, it's gonna get messy, it's gonna get wild, it's gonna be all over the place right here. Start out with individual segments, chapters, and then try to put it together at the end of the ride. All right, it's gonna help you tremendously. Highly recommend to backtest it for sure, and figure it out also this way, step by step first. All right, and then at the end you can start thinking about the execution models as well. This comes later on, so don't try to integrate the execution models right away. Just look at how price behaves at these particular levels first, and to see what kind of moves it makes before we're actually going into these type of execution models as well here. For now though, we are holding above the current weekly value area high here. Okay, so we are indeed holding up quite nicely. This is what I like to see, and you know what we have seen many times before. You tap into that level, right? You tap into that low, you create that double wick confirmation, and the next candle, which is automatically the hourly closure, also could provide us with that potential flip and that continuation to the upside here. So this is entry model 1. If the next candle does the same thing, creates that bottom, expands, and then look for continuation to the upside, stop loss will go below the lows, and then we look for that continuation here. So we're very close already. I can see it right now based upon our entry model. It's going to be on page 49. Boom, 50. Okay. That next candle, that third candle, and that break of that third candle is our entry, stop loss below long, and then looking for that continuation up into potential highs right here, okay? Which could easily take out the highs right there at the 23.58, and then target, of course, the highs again of today. You know, one more move to the upside here. So overall, great reaction so far, by the way. Looking very, very nice. Okay, I do like it. I do like it a lot. If you do see that confirmation, we start out with the 30-minute. And then we can decide based upon the hourly closure as well if the 30-minute is accurate and this entry model is perfect. Because it gives us enough time to see if this is actually going to be a move here or if this is just going to be a fake out, right? Showing us that we're holding here, buy, you know, getting buyers induced and then still price or still push price below. Therefore, we have entry models. Okay, without these entry models, we do not have these type of confirmations because of the fact that, you know, it could still result in some sort of fake out. And, you know, it's not that we are perfect and that we never lose a trade, but it's at least proven to be 70% correct. And if it's 70% correct, then it's that statistic. But then all the parameters, all the variables have to align here. Okay, and that is based on that next closure. Do you test the volume candles on TradingView or backtest? Yeah, you can backtest on TradingView. You can, yeah, I recommend just a backtest on TradingView. Why not? Why not? Why not? I recommend you backtest it for sure. Like take 2 hours of your day or 1 hour out of your day. If you have 1 hour and if you feel that, okay, I do not see any setups in the market right now at the moment. I'm not going to force anything. I'm just going to backtest. I'm going to sit there for 30 minutes, 1 hour to see what we can do here. And you can do a lot in that short amount of time. I can tell you that already. Absolutely. Why are we using the gbpusd value? We only have monthly data. So we took it now until the current week, right? So that also means the end of price. So there are two ways you can draw the current week. You can draw it until the, you know, that's the previous day, but you can also draw it until the end of the current price. All right, just two different ways you can look at it here. Okay, when you draw the Monday, you can see that the previous day is exactly the same as the current week. So it's still the exact level, which is the 23.38 like we talked about. Okay. Do we have a video about this concept already? I've gone through the book. It's too much for me because I'm almost a beginner. Yeah, videos are gonna come this week. Yes, sir. Okay, we will open our private group for 100 people on the 18th. The 18th. Okay, in 9 more days we're gonna open again. Then we have everything set up also in our Discord and all that stuff here. So 9 more days, 100 people. The reason why is because when you come in, we want to be able to give you the full attention. We're not going to be greedy. We want to deliver quality. We want to work with people that are in fully. And therefore we have just 100 spots. And then later on we can open again, but not before we have set that foundation. Striker says Euro usually did something similar. If you draw a fixed range volume profile, you can see a model 1 entry. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On the 50-minute. Homeless says the POC is also the previous day's swing, along with CW. Yeah, exactly. So the 2338 is gonna be my key level for today. But if we manage to hold here after this closure, then this might be gonna be the very high. We did this last week as well. Last week on a Tuesday, we did the exact same thing. Look at this, okay? Last week, Tuesday, same thing. So we had the Monday range. Was it Tuesday or was it Wednesday? I don't remember. This is the Monday range. No, it was Tuesday, my bad. It was Wednesday indeed. Wednesday, right? We had the Tuesday range. This was the previous day. Very high. Boom. And we tapped into that one. And then what we did was on the lower time frame, of course, we did that, you know, consolidation, and we manipulated the lows, and we had the expansion. And it aligned fantastically also with our previous daily value high here. So, you know, we're looking at something similar. We have seen it happening a couple times here. This was on a Wednesday, I believe. On a Wednesday, we had the POC doing it, okay? The POC on a Wednesday did the same thing. But it was on a Thursday. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday were amazing trade setups. Monday was the Sunday open. I think I shared this also in our private group. So we can open this real quick to talk about that, that setup as well. Which is going to be right there. This was right here. So gold. That's one. And that's two. Yeah, and these were only trades in 1 hour. I neglected all the lower time frame, all the internal setups, all the internal structures, and you name it. This was just on the 1 hour, right? So we had an opening. We came into the Sunday open. Boom, that was one trade. Tuesday was very rangy overall. Didn't really like it. But it set up a fantastic trade for a Wednesday. Very high, okay? Then on a Thursday, the POC, we had this move. Even this move is like 200 pips. So, you know, it doesn't look like much, but it's a big move. And then the Friday, all right, was the swing, all right? The swing we made from a Monday to a Thursday high. Okay, a Monday low to a Thursday high. We came into it. The swing POC was right there, 2271. And we shoot up from there. And regardless of the NFP, we never came down back to that level here. So 4 setups on gold throughout the week on just the 1 hour chart here. Neglecting the lower time frames and all that stuff here. So yeah. I do like what's happening right now, fam. 2347. I like what we're seeing here. I like what we're seeing here. Holding up nicely, of course. No surprise. Or at least no surprise that we're seeing a reaction from it. I could better say it this way. How to know if it's a gambling addiction versus resilience when trading? Well, it's quite easy to see if it's a gambling addiction if you have no structure. And if you just like to trade and you feel forced and obligated to trade. And if you lay in bed and you felt, oh, I didn't take a trade, and you feel horrible about it, then you might have to think twice about what's happening. Okay? Because you're like, okay, if you're forced to, if you absolutely feel obligated and forced to trade, then you might think, hey, there is something wrong here. Something is up. Should we wait for the 4 hour closure? 4 hour is in 60 minutes as well. Yes, 100%. We want to set in the bottom wick on the 4 hour as well. Yeah, so it's the perfect combination. It's the bounce of the current weekly value high at 2347.48. It's that double wick confirmation, like double candles, It's the third candle that will do it. The third 30-minute candle here, which is then the 4-hour and 1-hour closure above that level. So then what we want is, of course, that the 4-hour wick gets created, and we can enter in that wick or on that 30-minute flip. So yeah, man, I do like it. I do like the setup here. Let's see if this one is going to be a keeper in 50 minutes still. A lot of things can happen in 50 minutes. That's for sure. We know that. This is the intelligence trading. Gambling is a game of chance. Trading is on the other hand not a game of chance, but based on probabilities. Every individual trade is this is what I say. Every individual trade is a gamble because you don't know if it's going to play out unless you have a 100% win rate. But every zoomed out perspective, you remove the gamble aspect and it comes down to probabilities because you have the information and data. And you can zoom out and see for yourself that it works based upon all the trades that you took in the past that were exactly the same, with exactly the same setup, the same entry model, you name it. But it has to be the exact same. It cannot be, oh, I'm going to trade ICT today and tomorrow I'm going to trade horizontal support and resistance. And then expect it to not be different here. Okay? How much do you need as a budget per month for Bali? I mean, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live, my friend? That's the question I could make you. If you ask about the minimum, I would say minimum as a tourist. Eating local food. $20 million a month, which is around 20 million is around what? $20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 IDR to USD. $1,260. I would say that's the minimum. If you want to live the basics, you don't want to live in your own home. You want to live in a nice, clean guest house, something like that. Nothing wrong with that. It's pretty nice. That's how I started. $20 per month is too much. Eating local food and renting 2.5 per month. You need $12 million per month. What about rent? Rent of your place. Like some places right now are like 7 million, 8 million, just for, which is like $400 or $500 just for a room, right? So unless you want to live somewhere, I don't know. It's pretty crowded. I think the biggest expense is going to be the rent. It's pretty wild here in these type of touristic areas now at the moment. But I do like this, fam. 11 minutes for that 4-hour closure. I'm 100% recommend to wait for the 4-hour closure. Wait for the bottom wick to set in. Because the 4-hour is one of the, the closures around the 4-hour, one of the most manipulative closures out there, you know that. And, 2 30-minute candles holding above the current weekly value high. And then the third one is your entry. Bro, should we wait 30 minutes before the 4-hour candle closure? If we set in the bottom wick of the 4-hour, I'm quite confident about this setup. Yeah, no, I'm quite confident about the setup itself. Look at the yield. The yield is tanking. Yield is tanking. Dollar is tanking. So yeah. No, we're looking good. We're looking solid here. If you look at that closure. So what I'm looking for, like, you know, it depends on the next closure, of course. So let's say the 30-minute is set and it closes around here. We just set it like this. Stop loss below the wick. TP. Something like that. It depends on the next wick. Number one, it depends where we close. We still need to close above it. That's super key. If you close below it, it's invalidated. And then the next wick needs to flip bullish, and then we are set. Overall, the trend is still respected for now. Okay, this is still that trend that we're seeing here. Still respected as well. Yeah, nothing yet here. I think this is all building for the CPI. That would not be a surprise. We have seen so many times where we, boom, start to aggressively move down during the CPI. Or move up, depending on where we at. But yeah. Can you answer on dollar? Bearish or bullish? Bearish. No doubt. The weekly, the daily, the 4-hour, the 1-hour. And we broke below like that low here. We just broke below this low. If you want to play it safe, you can put your stop loss below this wick. It's gonna increase your stop loss, but the aggressive trade will be, you know, below the previous candle, below the wick of the previous candle. Let's get it, fam. Do you guys see the setup itself? Do you understand the setup? Let me know in the chat here if you get what we're looking at, why we picked this level, the reasoning, why we're waiting for this 4-hour closure, what entry model we're looking at, and so on and so on. Let me know. Because then, win or lose, you know exactly why we're doing what we're doing. And why we're setting this up here. And why we're waiting for this closure to come into play. Why no short? Well, number one, we're holding above the highs. We're trading above the opening price of the week. We are still holding up in this nice clean trend. right here. So we're holding up quite nice for now. The dollar and the yield are weak. And we're just looking at some sort of retracement down, entering in our key level at 23.46, where apparently buyers are still willing to defend their position at. So for now, no shorts until further notice for me. Five minutes left for that closure. It's going to be good. Terra says, got in the stream to get a second opinion on exactly the setup. Nice. Terra says, I need more explanation of the setup. I highly recommend to download the ebook and our playbook. It's a free ebook. You can download in the description. So you know exactly what setup we're looking at right now. It's a combination of what we call the current week with entry model number 1 on page 50. And then we have the weekly, the current weekly, which is right here. And we're talking about the current weekly value area high, which is right there. Okay. It's exactly what we're looking at. Same level. Ooh, euro is going already. Dollar cat coming down. Tapped into the swing PVC, but now coming down. Of course, couldn't break the highs. So that's why we set here the manipulation and the consolidation manipulation. The confirmation then lays above this level and not below it, because it can easily flip if it doesn't break it. So that's why we didn't look at the dollar cat here. Okay, 3 minutes so far, looking good. Hopefully we don't have any crazy volume coming in now, reversing price here. Closing below it. The reason for the 4-hour candle closure is just to reduce the manipulation that happens around opening and closures of candles here. 4-hour closures are usually where a lot of traders get trapped. They see price coming down right here and they think, okay, we're gonna move down, and they enter shorts because they have that massive top wick, and then they see, okay, it's gonna just push. And then the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you start seeing buyers stepping in, balancing out that 4-hour candle. So it's important for that closure for us here to see, okay, if we get it, then we know, okay, that's behind us. We did not close below that key level, so we still are in control. Buyers are potentially still in control. Pretty wild in general if you look how high gold is now. 2350. Pretty wild. Hi Lorenzo, I've set up the FRVP and the value area high and POC aligns with you, but the value area low is much lower. 70, 128 should be the same. What broker do you use? Do you use a Wanda? Okay, closure. Closure is set. Let's see if we can flip. The lower we get, the better it's going to be. But I think this is good for me. 30-minute. Target the highs. That's entry model number 1 right there. So I'm going to put it above that. I'm going to put a stop order at, let me quickly align this. 2350.65 for the momentum for that follow through. Sorry, above the wick. 2351.68. Stop loss is going to be at 2343.7 and my target is 2366. Sorry, 2360. Yeah, 2366 for now. Set. If the order taps into the value high, we bounce here. Fantastic. The lower we go, the better it is. But it comes down to page 50 if you want to look at it. On the 30-minute. Stop loss below the lows. And give it some patience as well. For our bottom wick set. And we should get tapped into any moment. By the way, Ramadan's finished today. So I want to wish every Muslim here in the chat as well a fantastic day. And we are in. We are in position. Entry model 1. Entry is at 2351.68. $2242.87. Sir, what level will be the first target? So if you look at the 5 minute here, we have that gap fill. I think that gap fill is super key. So we have to look somewhat at 2354-ish. Something like that. What's that for new trade manager 2? It's a new tool I'm testing out. I'm testing it out. Looks pretty decent so far. I like it so far. I do like the way it's setting up here. What's the risk? Around $2,500. Around 2.5%. Are you gonna do partials? Depending on the markets, depending on how things are looking like here. It's more about the management of the trade. I think we have some stop losses above here. So that's also a clean target to look at. Right there. Okay, be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. I got my tea. I got my entry model number 1. I got my people, my army. What else do we need in life? A win. That's the last thing we need. Okay? Dollar looking broken below, now flipping bearish also on the 30. How much did you put in the trade? Yeah, my stop loss is fixed. I use fixed stop. I'm just looking at like, okay, what's my margin account? Risking 2.5k, $2,500. If you have questions about our entry model, like the reasons why, I highly recommend to download the ebook. Okay. Free to download. You can find it right here in the chat. Somebody will post it for you. That's it. You should have a strategy, win or lose, regardless. You should have a strategy and you say, okay, whatever it is, this is what I'm looking for right now. And it has to be exact. It has to be exact. Okay. That's it. Has to be right on the spot right there. Okay. Important stuff. Skinny D says, how the question just notified with futures being 1 hour different than 4 hour. Do you find any significance in differencing, backtesting it? Yeah, I've done that exact. That's a great question. So yeah, around the hourly closures from the futures, I'm also careful if I'm in position on spot. So I am a little bit cautious also around that closure, around 15 minutes before-ish as well. Nice to be here, guys. Took some profits and I found a re-entry on gold. Believe it's headed beyond 2,500. Wow. Yeah, for now, we have to stick it out. Our stop loss is below the lows. Yeah, this is exactly what we're looking at. At least 70% of the time. What was your biggest win and your biggest loss? Biggest win? That was in, man, it was in crypto. My biggest loss was around 70k. And it was completely my mistake. It was a big fat mistake. Really, really bad. At that time. That was me dollar cost averaging a position on the higher time frame on a specific asset where I should not be able to think about dollar cost averaging in a position here. So this is all peanuts, but you know, the consistency is what matters. Tiboski says, I learned more in the last 2 weeks than in the last 4 years. Can be grateful enough. Wow. Amazing, amazing, bro. Amazing. Yeah, Euro looks also quite strong here. I am going to be extremely patient tomorrow with the CPI here. If we start trading above, and we know that we have this been building up here, I'm always thinking about, okay, what could be the moment when they take out that liquidity building here? Well, news events are perfect for it, right? A big 200 pip move in a candle. CPI is perfect for that. So I'm like, okay, they might want to expand one more day. You know, last squeeze here. To then look for that takedown, take out the massive wick, massive candle, flippening, you name it. And then see from there. What leverage do you recommend for beginner traders so I can go from 1 to 100 up to 1 to 500? Depends on your risk, depends on your strategy, depends on a lot of different things, bro. So if you have like all the information and data you need, you know exactly what you can risk, then based upon that, you can set your parameters for your leverage. Because it doesn't mean that if you have $100 on your account, that's all the money you have. Or if you have 10 grand and you put $500 or $1,000 on your account, it's a different story. So it all depends. Yeah, same thing what we noticed on the streams before. We sometimes have to sit it out and be extremely patient. Especially if our entry model like this presents itself perfectly. We just have to be patient. Why is the ebook failing to download after it's sent to my email? I don't know, my man. You have to, I don't know. It's working for a lot of guys, so we need to figure it out. I really don't know. Because it's working for a lot of guys here. So I don't know what's happening there. Okay. We had over 4,000 downloads so far. So it's all about perspective. Maybe use a new email address or something like that. Sometimes it goes into your spam, junk, and if you click on it, it is a bigger file, right? It's 74 pages with like a lot of images as well. So be aware of the fact that you know, it can take some time to load if you download it, especially if you use your mobile phone. So yeah. May I know what broker you recommend for Forex and gold trading? I use Vantage. You should not go on just on my opinion. You should check out the people in the community here. Some guys trade with Vantage as well. So based upon their information, you should do it. Okay, they have that 50% deposit bonus. That's a big deal if you have a small account because you need more margin. And increasing leverage is also sometimes an issue because you have a lack of margin and therefore a problem. So if you are new and you want to take advantage of that move, you can sign up in the link in the description and get your 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on the first deposit. Does not mean that it's free money, but it means that it can help you with the margin. How to get your course and learn your strategy. I highly recommend to download the free ebook. Our private community is closed for now. We will open the 18th for 100 people. What do you think about Bitcoin? I don't know, man. Bitcoin is at 70.5K. Always keep a close eye on it. I mean, it's still looking very good to me. It's really looking very good to me for now. Even though it's coming down, right? But look at the monthly candle. Look at how the monthly candle is shaping up here. It's pretty badass to me if you look at it here. So the monthly candle has been coming down and is now potentially flipping here. It looks pretty solid to me. There's another tool you can use, which is the tether dominance. It's the negative to correlation with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up, this goes down in many ways. Yeah, we are having some weekly support now. So, you know, a retracement could still be a potential scenario. But also look at the monthly, man. And look at the monthly candle on this tether dominance chart. Also not looking that strong. The bottom, like, you know, it's not looking that fancy here. So you need to be patient. And because the halving is coming, right? It's super crucial that you are patient, right? As well. Let this pass. You might experience a lot of volatility. And man, let's see from there. Because it's going to be the most important month for Bitcoin in 4 years. And it says, pals, if you took the trade, if you trust the process, be patient. Don't panic each time before the price drops. Yeah, I agree. Even if you lose it, it doesn't matter because we know what we're doing. We have now the exact processes now. We talked about this one before. So many different layers together. So the core now exactly knows why we entered, what the reason is, and why we're trusting the process here. If you want to have more information, number 1 is page 50. Number 2 is page 28. Page 28. Okay, now if you start breaking above this, above the highs, then it's like, then it's time to take some profits. And to potentially secure ourselves here. What do you do when your psychology is fucked up? Back to the drawing boards, my friend. Back to the drawing board. Sometimes you have to feel a lot of pain. Okay, now we're breaking it. Now we can take out 50. Done. 500 bucks, nice. Now you can set your stop loss at that 500 bucks below. So that's at 23. It's pretty much right there. And the reason why I want to do this, I want to give it a little bit more breathing room because this is still below. It's still around the value area high, right? So regardless, we're not gonna, you know, just put it right now, right there, because we can easily create a bottom wick. But at least now we have a break-even position, regardless of what happens here. We still have some room. So we move our stop loss now to 23, or I move my stop loss to 23.48. 23.48.3. Which is right here. Okay. We took out 500. If you get hit, we still break even regardless. And now it's a runner. Okay. So now we just leave it running. 1 hour looks pretty strong to me right now. And the stop loss is right below that wick, which is fantastic. So you should be secured for sure 100%, with still more upside potential. If you say I'm happy with the profits, this is where I'm going to get out and take your money. But I'm going to at least trail my stop loss below that wick, below that body. As I think there is still some potential. So that was TP1 right here. Okay, done. Now it's all about the gods, right? The trading gods right here. We want to come up. We want to take out the highs, continue up higher. And this is where we start making money. But at least I do not want to put my stop loss and break even too quick right at the entry, because this bottom wick, this 30-minute opened without a bottom wick. And if we come down, we can potentially get stopped out on break even, and then price can still move up. Right, so it's like, it's not what, you know, what I prefer here. I prefer to let price come down, and if it comes down all the way, we're still break even, but we give it enough room to look into it. Overall, from our entry, we're now looking at 47 pips, 45 pips. So that's a good start. It's a good start. And if you say, hey, this is what I'm happy with, I'm going to take out my profits at 45 or 50 pips, then do it. Then do it, my G. Nice. Oh. Oh. Long. 2351.68. Exit node, stop loss trill. My G's! My G's! My G's! Value hour high, ladies and gentlemen. Current weekly value hour high. Entry model number 1. Yeah, exactly what we waited for, right? This was perfect execution. Perfect execution. Okay. I'm gonna take out 50% again. And leave the rest running. Leave like 25% running. And that's it. And this is a winner now. Okay. So now we made around 700. We took out almost $800. Our stop loss is now at $250, leaving us with around $600 if we still get stopped out on break even. And the rest is for the top, which is another 1,102. So that's around a little bit over $2,000. If we continue up here. Okay. So TP2. TP2. Leave the rest running. There we go. So for sure we are in the money now. 30-minute entry model 1. From our entry, we are at 64 pips. The top was 95 pips. Okay. 95 pips. Getting pushed down now, but it doesn't matter anymore. We're good. We are set. Okay. Anyways, do you always wait for the 30-minute closure? The entry model 1 is for 30-minute or hourly closures. It depends on what time frame we are. So we start out with the 15 or 30-minute. If we get that exact setup at 50, so we have our key level, we bounce from it, we close. 4 hour was good. We closed the 4 hour, very important. Then we had our entry model number 1. This can happen on any time frame. We start on the 30, 15 or 30. If the 30-minute shows it and it gives us the opportunity, we take it on the 30-minute. If then the 30-minute decides to be slow or close below, but the hourly candle still closes above, then we can wait for the hourly and we can scale it up all the way to the 4 hour. And the 4 hour is the last candle I would look for, because then it gets really broad, right? Then you have to wait longer, blah, blah. The 30-minute is the sweet spot. So if you can get it from the first time, yeah, it will be the best. It will be the best. Okay. It will be the best. This has no bottom wick, so stop loss is still gonna be below, but we still made a bunch of money. So I still keep it there because I want to go for the highs, but let's see how it goes. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, we closed $1,000. For now. Rocket said just passed my FTMO challenge. Nice. Congrats. Let me set our entry. Entry is 351. This trade may not blow my account. Yeah, man. Nice. Can someone send me the book to the email? I can download it from my country. Where from? By the way, I would love to know why it's not working. Just to clarify that, please. And I think somebody in our community can help you out sending it over Discord, maybe. Right? It can work. So yeah, let's see. But again, man, beautiful current weekly value area high here, from the top to this candle here. Fantastic. Tapped into it, and we bounced off of it. 30-minute candle. So candle number 1 tapped into it. Candle number 2 closed above it. And what's important is you want to see, preferably, 2 body closures right above that level. And then the third one is where you flip. And when you take that, you can do 2 things. So you can either trade on the flip, but what I sometimes prefer is to trade around that break. Okay, that break here, and then look for that continuation. Yeah, so the bottom wick, right? That's why my stop loss is still below there. Just to give it a little bit more room. We also have indeed a small swing to the top now. And that's exactly where our entry is at. So I like that. We have that. This is important. So we have the lower time frame swing value area high here. We call this a lower time frame swing value area high, because we have now tapped out that created that first internal swing. And that lower time frame swing value area high is right now here. Look how he tapped into it and immediately bounced from it. Pretty wild. Our entry is at the PUC, and our stop loss for our remaining position is at the value area low. So it still gives you the room here for it to come down, tap into the PUC, and then continue to go up instead of going on break even with our remaining position. This is what we call the internal swings. You will find this in page number. There are also entry models where you can look for that as like your lower time frame entry model, but you can find this in page 45. Page 45. Yeah, we might have one more retracement down. Back down to our entry or something like that. Something like that. Something like that here. Okay. In the meantime, let's smash up that like button here. 750 is, I think, our record, to be honest. 1 hour, 40 minutes, 760 likes is I think, it's really quickly. That's really high. Because you guys are G's, right? That's the reason. That's the main reason. Okay. How did you took half your profit? MetaTrader, click on the cross, look at your lot size, and then change this and close it. The hourly closure is now in like, what, 13 minutes? So, what did we do here? On the lower time frame, you see that a lot of guys will enter shorts here, right? So they see, let's say the 15. They see this, right? That expansion, that aggressive move down. And this is super interesting for people to short from, right? They come back towards that zone. And then they look for shorts here to look for that continuation play. What actually happened and why we were stuck at around our entry for a while was because of the fact that they're accumulating these type of shorts to provide them with more liquidity. You know where these guys are going to put their stop losses, right? That's no surprise. They're going to put their stop losses above here. And that's the exact reason why you saw that massive wick, that massive expansion. That's just a stop loss hunt. Taking out the liquidity was built up above here after we know that shorters were here. So we go against the shorters based upon our entry model. We are aware of the fact that shorters will enter there. And that's why we were also patient enough to stick around into our position. Because yes, you can get scared away, but you know that people were going to go short here and you know that they're building these stop losses above there. And that's why you saw that massive wick as that confirmation for me. Okay, yeah, that was actually the case here. You know, they swiped these stop losses aggressively. And now, you know, we can look for continuation. It's a nasty candle indeed. Nasty candle, nasty candle. But for now, we do still have the bottom wick here. So our stop loss is right below. It's 20% of our position. So, you know, from our entry, we came up around 93 pips. So I think we potentially give it enough room for us to potentially still survive if we come back down. But we have to wait and see here. We don't know. We don't know for sure. But the hourly closure, if the hourly closes above here, it's extremely bullish. If the hourly closes above this body, right here, that would be really, really good. But no certainties because of the bottom wick. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes, how that floats. If you want to put your stop loss on break even, you can, right? You're not forced to just keep the stop loss where I put my stop loss. You can also decide to get out. I mean, it's up to you. That's up to you, my G's. Dollar Canadian dollar came down, broke the swing PVC after that initial move. Of course, dollar was weaker. Euro, yeah, euro was also very nice. This was also a euro setup. Very big setup, by the way. It's a big setup right there for the euro USD. Beautiful fixed range, I think, as well. Yeah, look. Consolidation, expansion, retracement. Boom. Continuation. Yo, that fixed PUC was super sick. That's why that entry was there. It was perfect. Same entry model on the 15-minute. Okay? So same thing. Right there. Tapped into it once. Tapped into it twice. Then flipping bullish, creating that bottom wick. Then your entry is there. Stop loss below. If you want to play it safe, you can put it below. But I don't see a reason for this one. You can just put it below. And then you target the highs. This is crazy. But you just target the highs. Very similar. Very similar. Gold was slightly different. But on the 30-minute. So yeah. Come on. PP1. TP2. $75. Stop loss. Trill. $25%. Trill. $23, $48, $43. $750 net profit. Okay, we're gonna set in the bottom wick. Let's see if this is the reversal or if we have an opportunity to still survive this zone. And the PUC. Please check out GJ. Ooh, look at that. For the dollar, Canadian dollar, by the way. Okay, never came down here. Yeah, looks strong, huh? Looks very good. Beautiful. And then that reversal, then manipulation, and then that continuation up. Very nice. That's good. Yeah, we held above the Sunday open, right? So the opening price was here. We opened bearish and we flipped it bullish. So your entry would have been right at the Sunday open yesterday. That would have been the best entry possible. 191.631. Perfect. Beautiful. Right there. And then you can also look at this entry model as well, which is then that consolidation here, then that manipulation here, and then that expansion. And your trade could then be on that break and stop loss below. And then target the highs. That's one layer. If you then continue, you're lucky. You can leave a runner and you're lucky. And it can go up forever. You don't know. how long it will go, right? But yeah, that's it. That's it for yesterday's entry. It was really clean. For today, leaving us a lot of gaps here. So the thing is, we're literally at the top of a weekly range right now, right? So we're very, very, very high here. I think that looking at this structure might be still interesting, which is the value area high. But even you broke that. You just broke that as well. So we're sitting right on top of it. So this is the swing value area high of the weekly of the 1 hour range. So that means that if you can flip this into support, which you're doing right now, there is still potential, especially if you flip this bullish. Then, you know, there is still potential to look for that continuation up, but you're getting into a tricky area right now. If you start coming below it and you break the structure, a retracement into it is a short as well. And you target then all the lows and all that liquidity that has been built up below. So I would personally wait for a retracement down and look for a continuation rather than a flip. That's my suggestion. Waiting for the structure to be broken, retrace into the swing at 192.677 and then target the liquidity below. When to find selling point with LTA trading method? It's the exact same thing as buying. It just inverted. it's the exact same thing. Same entry model, same thing. You come down, you retest it, you create that, you get that confirmation. You look for shorts here. You want to make sure that, and this is what helped me tremendously, is that you at least can determine the trend. And if you can get any of these extra confluences, like, you know, tap into a trend line or into like a strong low or high or whatever, this will definitely help you. So that's why we put it in there as well below, saying that, hey, listen, this can help you with anything, right? The Fibonacci, fantastic. A supply zone, fantastic. Horizontal support and resistance, but also, you know, practically just like trend lines. These also can give you like confirmation sometimes. Especially with gold, man. Gold has been respecting it like crazy over the last weeks. Like pretty wild. R says, oh, Lorenzo, I don't know how much I'm grateful for this book. Nice, G. I'm happy that you like it. This is just the first edition. So the second edition will be, yeah, probably twice as big. But I don't want to overwhelm you guys with everything at once. I'm talking about a new playlist already for so long, yet I don't find time to do it. I need to work on my my DJing skills here a little bit, because I get you guys into a loop. It works. It does work, but you know, I'm getting you into a loop, and you know, it's better if I'm a little bit more. If I have a nice and clean playlist. We'll fix that. Okay, let's reevaluate. So, yield is, yeah, still weak. Still weak. Dollar is getting a little bit better. Dollar is getting a little bit better. We're heading into, we just had that closure. We just had that hourly closure. Yeah, I think this might be still good. Hourly closed right there. It closed above the previous body of the previous candle. So I think it's still good. No, it's still good. I don't know, is there any predictions for the CPI moves? The reverse. I would not be surprised if you reverse. Short term. Or at least swipe out the lows here. But it all depends on how we open London and Asia. And based upon that, we have more information. Lorenzo, the top wick stop loss hunt is also the swing very, very high. Is it this one? Yeah. You're right, man. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's good shit. I think we can start moving our stop loss soon. We have the hourly closure above. We flipped from the POC as well. We have this level of support as well. Yeah, we can put our stop loss and break even now for the rest as well, fam. Up to you. Up to you. All right. Okay. So done. We took out 75% and we are stop loss on break even. That hourly closure above that body is super key, super important. We have this level as well here, super important level. This can help us tremendously. And I want to still targeting, yeah, I still target. There's a small gap above here. It's sitting around there. Nightbot coming always with like some really valuable advice here. Thank you, Nightbot. Control your emotions, follow your plan, let the market come to you, patient space. Patient space for sure. Lorenzo, what about your private group? So we are closed, we have been closed for a long time. We will open the 18th of April for 100 people. And that's it. And then we're probably closed again for a while because we are new. We just integrated this new, our new system, LTA concepts. So we need to really start slow. We don't want to overdo it, right? The ebook is for everyone though. You know, the ebook is like, boom. It's perfect for the live streams. But if you need more guidance, then the video series will help you tremendously. And of course, the setups, the people, the verified traders in our group and all that stuff. Yeah, we're breaking above the 2-hour bodies as well, looking just strong, man. Looking strong. Unless the dollar is starting to really do something wild here. Or unless we're gonna start seeing like a rejection here, but it's just looking strong. Yeah, so we can put a stop loss below the lows on the 5-minute. To get an extra, to make that extra little gain here. So stop loss move to 23.53, 25. Yo, who got this one? Just to clarify, just in general, who understood why we entered this position, what our entry model was, why we were patient for the closures. I just want to see it in the chat here because it's super important. This is exactly the reason why we built this ebook, for you to understand why we are entering a position. That's it. Okay, so there are no more questions, and I saw it in the chat today. I saw you guys being extremely patient and not like crazy chat anymore where there was confusion. That was exactly what I wanted. Very, very systematic. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Rain says trading formula, 20% execution, 80% patience. Yes, sir. Absolutely, G. Lorenzo, are you using magic keys online or the hardware wallet? We're using a new trade manager now. I'm testing it. It's really nice, actually. I like it. You can just put it there. You can boom, reverse it. You can move it. Stop loss. Risk. Take profit. A lot of different things. Are we getting rejected again at the very high? I think so, huh? Okay, I keep a close eye on the dollar now. Dollar is setting up for something. It's the only reason I would close my position if the dollar would flip bullish and it starts to retrace. But yeah, for now, we might even reach our target. Who knows? No, by the way, only 1 hour as well. We might pull back soon. Yeah, our stop loss is right below, so there is actually no worry at all, even for retracement. Unless you're thinking about this high here. But I think it's just looking too strong for now. You know what? TP3. Done. Based upon the dollar here. Dollar is setting up for something. All right, TP3 took TP3, leave the rest running, and yeah, we'll see where this goes. Of course, you want to take out the previous the high. Sorry. Let's open the sessions. The London high. Okay, be right back, fam. Whoo, looking strong. Dollar, you see, that's why we took out some more money here. Youth is weak. Dollar is still on the stronger, is getting back in place here. So keep a close eye on that one. How much pips per my entry? I think it's like 100. But we took profits along the way, of course. So it's an average. We have an average order. Stop price. Yeah, we'll talk about stop losses after this 30-minute closure. By the way, I highly recommend you to check out, and this is for the people in our community already, right? In our private group right now. Check out in the verified overview here a video made by Corey Funbox. Okay, absolute G.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and go through some of the entries that I took this morning. This first one was done on my live account. So
he's doing it perfect.
Fully executed.
Big shout out to Corey Funbox, my man. Amazing.
Coming in,
putting in the work right away, implementing it.
8:30 news that we had today. I was watching a consolidation that was happening at the top of our London range that we had here. We had Asia high and Asia low still intact. I had a fixed range volume profile pulled from yesterday's open
super clean
to the close, and then I had marked out our value area high, and I had POC marked out, but you can see that we ticked off POC early London, but I wasn't able to catch that trade.
Super sick.
Taking a look a little more locally, I started to line up my trade based off of the concept of flipping the value area high. We had a consolidation here, and then I pulled a fixed range, or pardon me, I pulled a swing range from this low to...
Anyways, this is what I want to see, guys. I want to see you guys creating videos, review it, share it to the people in our community already, and help the other guys out here. Okay? That's it. Incredible stuff. Lorenzo, what about the Nasdaq? Man, the Nas, yeah, it's not moving, fam. It's not moving. And the reason why, it's just preparing for the CPI here. Okay? We're literally holding above that previous weekly point of control for the last 2 days. Every single time we tapped into it, we closed above it. It's crazy, crazy accurate. 18,100. To be honest, I do not see a direct setup, and the reason why is because I just think this is too much of consolidation, too much manipulation can happen around here. I think the CPI has to do with it tomorrow. I stay out of the Nasdaq for now, even though it looks fantastic on the POC here and everything. You know, looks very good, but I think it's tricky. Yeah, dollar is coming back, right? So gold is kind of like facing some difficulties now. But the reason why it's holding is because the 10-year yield is still so weak. And I think that's the main driver for gold pushing up today. So the dollar kind of is a bit annoying, but if the dollar shoots up and gold is still up here and it gets into this zone, and the dollar gets rejected here, then gold is going to drive up. So a retracement could happen. But our stop loss now is at is below the lows here. I mean, it's super far from our from where price is at already. So even if you pull back, I think there is still possibility to come up to our final target. Okay, check out dollar yen. Yeah, let's see if there's something else. Let's see quickly if something else is balling here. Dollar Canadian dollar is holding above this swing POC. Not too strong though. But if you close this next 30 minute, pretty decent. There is something around there. Dollar yen. Back to the Sunday open. I think that's the main driver here. Okay, you have the, of course you have the previous day. But I think the driver is the Sunday open at 151.63. Anything around here is interesting. Anything now is just in the middle of that expansion. Yeah, unless you pick this range. No, even that one. So I think pushing down a little bit more could be good. Could be good. Thank you for the love, by the way. 65, thank you. Heading towards the 70. It's crazy. It's pretty crazy. Gold will drop. Let's see what happens around the 2360. If we come down to 2360, let's see how we go there. Because yeah, we might come down a little bit. Let's see how the dollar responds here. That's the biggest thing. So if the dollar gets rejected, beautiful. But if the dollar, you know, breaks through it and starts really driving, then we probably take we close our full position. Let's see how we react here. Anything else? Oh, look at the NAS. Look at the NAS. That's exactly what I mean. I would stay out of the Nasdaq unless you scalp here. It's interesting, but it's tricky at the same time. Yeah, so the euro, okay, we have a new swing. Look at 108.680. It's pretty good though, actually. But it depends on the dollar. I think there is definitely scenarios where it can come down and then still make that move up here. Something like that. Maybe even here. Well, let's see. How do I get access to the indicator? It's a free indicator. You can get access to it in our Discord. So it's all the way at the top. LTA indicator. You click on it and you will get to the link right there. It's completely updated right now. So the Sunday open is perfect. It's perfect on every time frame. At the beginning, there were different levels. I don't know what the problem was, but we made it. We fixed it. We fixed it. Well, let's see if we can manipulate the high CPAP. Francis says CPI will be wild. I'm gonna go short full margin. My guy. I would not do that. Especially not with without glasses on. You need really good glasses in order if you want to go full margin. You need the best ones. You need Thomas his Cartier glasses or something like that. For your confidence, you know what I mean? Pre-loss says I'm new here for pennies with $3 stop loss, $33 TP, and today I made profit of $10 with 0.01 lot. So I wanted to know if it's always like this. No, it's not always like this. You know, we have good days, we have amazing days, we have bad days. If you want to join us, you have to go all in and accept everything. Okay? You have to accept the good, the bad, and the ugly. As long as you understand the process. All right, dollar holding up strong. Yeah, and we're facing now some support here. Dollar looks really strong. I think we're gonna close it, fam. Dollar is holding up really well. The yield has now finally came towards the 618. And gold is showing some reversal signals right here as well. We had the 30-minute closure. Ah, the 1 hour as well. Yeah, we're gonna get out. $2,000. Congratulations, fam. We're out. We are out. W, let's go. 2351, 23. $61 on average. Yeah, 2358. The average, the top was 2361. Good job, guys. Yeah, good job. This was the entry model 1. Perfect execution. 3 take profit points, patience as well here. So one more time. I think we go to the trade one more time. And then we have what we need here. We can go over the market a little bit, see what else is there. Okay, I think we closed it at the right moment. Damn, look at that shit, man. Damn. We closed it at the right moment. We closed it right here. Wow, that would have been an instant stop loss on you know, in profit of course, but it would be an instant hit here. So we closed at the right moment. Right moment, perfect. Perfect. All right. Really, really good job. So crazy, by the way. Damn. Okay, let's go through it one more time. So we were there, right? We came down and we had the information here. So number 1, we used the fixed range from the left to the right. We call this the current week. It gave us a couple levels. Number 1 was the 2348. That's the first thing we're looking at. Okay, 2348. We call this the current weekly value or high. This is on page number 29. So 29 is where you can learn more about that one. Okay, 28 in this case. You go to the, we looked at the 30-minute. The first candle tapped into it. And this is always where you have to just be patient. The second one came down, but it closed bullish. We closed bullish. And then the third candle was that entry model 1. Right here. And we entered a little bit higher. We entered around there. And we target the highs, right? And this was entry model 1 on page 50 or page 40. Yeah, page 50. And of course, this was in combination. And I think this is the most important with still that overall trend that we had built. So that trend is super important. Can be working as an extra confluence as well. The dollar was weak. All right, dollar was coming down. And the yield was coming down. Okay, all these things affect gold. And yeah, there it went. And eventually, we closed it right here. And I think we closed it at the exact right moment. So that's Walter. Again, for now, same thing. We tap into this current weekly value high once again. So let's see how we respond to. That's all I can say. Let's see how we react in the next 15 minutes, because this is the hourly. And if we close below it, because so far there is still support, as you can see right here. I would not rush into a long, but yeah, that was crazy though, that we closed it just before that smack. Wild. Don't you guys made 2K today? Nice. Bro, if I join Discord, can I signal? So the signal, sorry, the free Discord is now open. Our private group is currently closed. Okay. Yo, this is crazy though. Wow. Yeah, the rest is something that comes along the way, right? Trade management and everything like that. When to close, when to keep your stop loss open, when to trail it, when not to be too fast, right? All these things come along later. And also, when you have your target here, don't be emotionally attached to your target. Because I see this a lot. You set our target here, we set it at the London highs. And then you see the dollar changing, its sentiment. You see things shifting. But you're stuck in that loop, right? Of like, now I need to reach that target. And what happens? Usually, it doesn't get there. Price reverses. Bye-bye. Not buy, but buy. That's the Dutch thing. So yeah, man, this is wild. Let's see how we close, man. We immediately went for the low suit. Yeah, and tomorrow CPI, so it's gonna be so interesting when you see this trend line getting built up here. You know, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. If you're gonna come up, how many times have we seen with the CPI that just like one massive red smack during the CPI of like 200 pips, 300 pips, sometimes 400 pips? It's not unusual around the CPI, and especially not this CPI. And the reason why is because of the expectation of 3.4%, which is higher than expected. And if it comes up above the 3.4, gold is gonna absolutely tank, and the dollar is gonna shoot up. Hey bro, if I open the trade, say short, and it's in profit and approaching the Sunday open, should I close it and take profit? I would wait for a reaction. So wait to see how it reacts around it. And if it closes below it, you might have an opportunity for continuation. If you're in profit, right? And you are reaching the Sunday open, the opening price of the week, it could be a target already. But if you're like, no, I see a bigger target lower, that makes sense to me. Then you just wait for the closures and see where the hourly or the 30-minute closes around Sunday open. And if it closes below, then you have kind of a really solid confirmation that we might come down further. So far, current weekly value high is still holding. Which is not unusual. Yeah, let's keep a close eye on this one. You still look to trade? Maybe. Let's see how we close here. Because there are like 11 minutes left for the hourly closure as well. And if you close below it, then anything is still possible here. Especially because the yield is in support. The dollar is blasting through these levels here. We saw it coming, right? We saw it coming. So that's why we were careful. That's why we closed our position. So these are all pretty good signs for potential reversal. We'll see. When we enter trade, no confirmation yet though. Because I really want to see price develop here. But our key level is the 2348. By far the most interesting level to take trades from. Buys or sells. So far it's like holding up really strong. Yeah, it's really, really good actually to see how strong it's holding here. But yeah, the hourly closure is very near. Lorenzo, which time frame is the best for day trading? I think all the time frames. So I think for me personally, I don't look at one time frame and one time frame only. If I want to take a trade, I want to be aware of what is the 4-hour candle doing? What is the 1-hour candle doing? What is the 30-minute candle doing? And especially if I trade on the 15-minute or lower, I definitely still want to be aware of the 30-minute, the 1 hour when trading. So the time frame where I execute from depends. It really depends. But my awareness on time frames is definitely should always be there. Because this is how I got wrecked. I think one losing trade that I made, which is my mistake, was here. And I entered on the 30-minute. where I should have waited for that 4-hour closure. So we talk about this a lot in our series and everything that's coming. Also on YouTube soon. This is gonna be a big topic. And now sellers are stepping in, right? But this does not mean anything. This could easily be a swipe of the lows and a reversal. We understand our key level. And our key level is showing us that for now, the value area high is still doing its thing. And it's still holding up very strong. I don't see a direct entry model or something like that now for a new trade yet. But it's important to just see how we move around here. At least there's a lot of volume around New York today, which I didn't expect. I expected a much easier, slower market because of tomorrow. But this is amazing. Yeah, look at the yield. It's holding up really well. Dollar now, moment of truth. Yeah, look at this, son. Who knows what this is? Let me know in the chat. How do we call this? How do we call this? Yeah, it's a very, very low, yes, but which one? Which one? Which one? It's a swing. Yes, it's a swing very, very low. So this is where the dollar is now. Dollar tapped into it, is now facing difficulties here. So if you start reversing from here, plus you have this fixed range also, and you start coming down, gold is gonna come up again. For the entry models, I think the hourly closure first. 30 minutes again, maybe. We have 5 minutes left, so we'll see. But the dollar is indeed getting rejected from the swing very, very low, which is in essence then this range. So it's a swing point from the top of this range, so that high and that low. And because this created a lower low, this now becomes a swing point that's relevant for us. So you want to work with structures. You want to work with the higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low to determine your swings. And you see that that's why we're now currently getting rejected here. That's why gold potential is holding here very strong once again. But it does not mean by definition that our entry model will get here. But let's see. Let's give it like 30 minutes total, max, and then we know if there is a new trade. If gold went up too high, then the dollar needs to go higher to beat it. Yeah, so if the dollar goes up, then gold tends to come down and the other way around. But it depends. Sometimes the yield is also important. Gold moves around a little bit. But the most important thing right now is to keep a close eye on the dollar. By far the most important thing to look at. And if this is just a consolidation and manipulation and a reversal play, we also know what's going to happen. Gold is going to break the lows. And then it potentially come down lower. So what we want to see is that gold stays above it, because that will be giving us a better setup. Again. Overall, this was a 130 pip move. So congratulations if you took took out your money here. Who took this trade, by the way? Who took our previous trade here? Who's in it with us? Okay. In the good times and bad times. Who trusts the process? I took both buys and sells. Ravens for me already posted it on LTA wins. This might go up again. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Nice, G. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. WD says win, lose, doesn't matter. We follow what we learn and manage the risk. That's it, bro. Yeah. Yeah, it's holding up really nicely. So far, gold closed above it again. And the dollar closed below the swing value area low again. It's still holding up quite strong. You can see it. So it needs some time to make a decision here. So I think we're gonna enter a little bit of a consolidation period for gold on the lower time frame. Around here. So let's see if we can create the same entry model. So that means that we tapped into this one, right? Same thing. Next candle. Tapped into it again, holds it again, and the third is a flip, and then you have a W formation, and then you can target the highs. So it's still a potential scenario, but the dollar is holding up quite strong here. But again, the swing value area low does not lie. I got a different value on the dollar. Can you show your settings? So did you took the wick to the wick? Then it should be the same. Yeah, wait for the dollar to give us an answer. That's the exact thing. I agree with you. That's it. I agree. Simon says 15-minute entry model 3. You know, the problem is that will be too high. So that will be the break here. Is a low index good call for gold going up? It's the combination of a weak 10-year yield and a weak dollar that is really good for gold. Yeah, so let's wait for that test one more time. Dollar, let's decide if you can find another trade here. That's it. So far, facing difficulties. What makes you prefer wick to wick instead of other previous day? Because of the fact that if you look at the previous day, we're trending up a little bit higher. And this was the first significant level that made sense. But the swing came. The reason why we utilize the swing profile right now is because we just broke structure here. We took out this low. So we're following the trend, right? So higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low. The moment we broke that lower low and we retrace back, that swing suddenly becomes very important. Hope that makes sense from there. So yeah, that's why that swing is important to you. You want to understand the structure. Not just on the dollar, also on gold, on any other asset as well. My man, Crypto Momo, my G. How you doing, my brother? Good to see you, man. Crushing it in crypto, the halving coming along the way here. Hope you do well. Yeah, look at the dollar here. Still rejection. Yield still weak. This could still be a manipulation. Or for gold. Lorenzo, where is the indices channel in Discord? Yeah, so the indices channel is removed, or the free indices channel is removed right now because of the core values we have for our community. We want to make sure that all our values are aligned and that people are on the same page. And yeah, some of the free channels were kind of, you know, I don't have to explain it. I think I don't have to explain it. We might reopen later on when everything with LTA is in place. Perfect. And everyone knows exactly what we're trading. So you can see that at this moment for gold, there is no entry model, no entry. You can come down and short here, but then you come up again because you then close above it. And if you go long here, you might come down. So you're in the middle now. You need to wait for the dollar to make a decision. Where do we close this next, like 30-minute candle? And if the 30-minute candle for gold, let's say, closes semi-bullish, then you know, we might have something here still. Tomorrow CPI will go live? Yeah, 100%, man. CPI, bro. Of course. CPI. Full margin. Shorting. No. We'll see how it goes, but I mean, hey, listen, we're building this up for a reason. At some point, man, at some point, some event is gonna flip the script. And there is nothing better than the CPI flipping the script here if these numbers come out extremely high. Yeah, it's incredibly how good we're holding here. This is good. Where are you from? I'm from the Netherlands. At least I grew up there and I moved to Barcelona at some point, and then I moved to Bali, and now I'm here in Bali for the last 4 years. How's anybody to live there? Nice, man. Tranquilo, bro. Just chill. Boxing every day and trading. Boxing and trading. That's it. I wake up, go boxing. Come back, trading. Go back, boxing. Come back, trading. That's it. That's my commitment for this year. Release LTA concepts. Turn people profitable. For real though. For real. And have some fights. Okay, so the dollar is now moving, I think. I think the dollar is starting to push up, but again, this doesn't mean anything yet before this closure. And especially if you're still trading below this high. So this could easily still be another swipe of the lows here. Taking out the stop losses that were built below. Flip the script, close above it. Next candle, do the same thing. Flips bullish. Push up. How's the lifestyle in Bali, man? Bro, you can make it as expensive as you want. I said it already many times on stream, but I know guys here that spent, you know, 30k a month, 30, 50k a month. It really depends what you want. That's why I like Bali so much, because it has a variety of people. And you have also a lot of rich entrepreneurs now. It's like it's really getting there. It's really getting there. I'm not really into that digital nomad lifestyle-ish. I'm much more structure, work, focus. You know, I'm much more settled now. I'm no longer like, you know, I feel like I'm no longer a tourist. I'm much more of a semi-resident. Dollar is going. Dollar is going. $15 minutes for that closure. I think that's the closure we're gonna wait for, fam. That gives me the idea. If you start closing below it, then we might think, okay, now there are potential short entries, but I'm not really as interested in shorts yet for now, because we have so many. We have like the point of control here. That's also a layer. We have this level still. 2338. We talked about this one before at the beginning of the stream. Share that closure. Either it's above, then I'm waiting. I'm gonna sit on my hands and see if we can find our entry model again. Entry model 1 again on the 15 minute. Oh, sorry, the 30 minute. And otherwise, we have to see. If you close below it here, then the 2338 is a level. But then the risk to reward gets a little bit messy as well. So we have to see. But I really doubt it's gonna close below. But we'll see. Took a loss with buy. Yeah, that's. Did you took our trade? Because if that's the case, then it's really, really your mistake. I'm not saying this in a mean way, but that really means you were too greedy with holding your position. Really, really too greedy. There were a lot of opportunities to take profits. We had a lot of opportunities to move our stop losses to break even. To trail our stop loss to profit. A lot of time free. 2 hours to be exact. But hey, next time, man. Then you know, focus on it. Take a hit, and next time, boom, we do it again. It's still holding above. That's why. If you're gonna go short, it's gonna get messy. Dollar is still getting rejected from the swing very low. Hey, we might need some new moderators soon, man. Grant is a G, Rafal is a G, and Gavin Dantas is a G. We might need one more moderator soon. Hmm. 23.49. Yeah, we're still holding. So dollar still rejection. Dr. Finbar, my man is back. Yes, sir. Fantastic, bro. Good to see you, my man. Okay, we're good. We're good for now. We're good. Is gold respecting sessions very low, current weekly value high? Current weekly value high. You can see it. Holding up really, really nicely. And the reason why I find this level so accurate is because of the closures. Look at the candle closures here. This was almost an imperfection. When we see that we close these two bodies perfectly there at the same level, that means that this level is just too well protected. Buyers are willing to defend that level, 23.48. And then it all came down to our entry model. We might do something similar. Let's see. As long as the dollar is below here, then there's a big chance you're gonna see a pullback again. Why didn't you make a sell operation when it dropped? We were still in buys. We just closed our buys. To be really honest with you, I had, even though I know that it had to do with, I think the lows. Yeah, it came to the value area high, right? To be really honest with you, it went too quickly. I was still managing the initial trade, but it would have been a trade. It would have been a trade. But again, the trend as well overall is bullish, so it would have been a riskier. It would have been a riskier trade. I would not risk. I would not go full risk. I would have taken half risk potentially, but it went too fast, to be honest. So the buy was fantastic. Can we get your ebook? Yes, sir. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here and chill here for this closure, as we're still holding. So that's what we're doing now. We're waiting for that to happen. Put on some drill. Why have I said gold buy? Yeah, because it's potentially we're still coming into play here. How can I get your spreadsheet? Go to File, make a copy for yourself. current POC, it's just simply the start of the week till the end of the price. So the current price. That's how you draw the current week. If you have 2 days, so let's say you have the Monday, you have the Tuesday, then you can also sometimes just ignore the Wednesday's range and just utilize both days, the Monday and the Tuesday. But it can only happen from Wednesday onwards. If you don't have it on a, if you don't have these 2 full days yet, you can just draw it from the Monday open to the price. When I draw the fixed profile, the current weekly high is different. Yeah, because you draw it particularly now till the end. Whereas when we took our trade initially, we drew it until this initial level. So it might have shifted a little bit. I can confirm this. Yeah, it might have shifted a bit, but that's why I'm still utilizing the same level from the previous one here. And we can still see that there is, it's definitely respect. All right, 4 minutes. If you close below it, we are done for today. We made some, we made a massive trade. If you close above it, we're gonna stick around. Best suggestion for keeping calm on a winning streak? Understanding your playbook, my guy. What is your playbook? How much did you make? Around 2,000. Yes, we're gonna be there tomorrow for sure. Yeah, dollar yen is there, by the way. The dollar yen is indeed in that level. Somebody was asking about it, right? We are now at the Sunday Open. Just so you know. Just a little heads up here. But the dollar is not looking that strong. So that's not really something I will be looking for right now. To be honest. All right? The yen is looking better. The yen is looking much better in the short term. Yeah, like you said, right? A little bit of consolidation here. That's no surprise because the dollar needs to make a decision. If the dollar is ready to go up, or if it's actually ready to just get rejected now around this level. to come down, but we're holding up quite well, have to say. One minute left here. How to make a copy of your diary. You go to file, you click on the link, there's a top bottom. Let me fix it real quick for you. There's a top corner right here, file, and then make a copy. All right, don't go and click on get access because then I get a notification. Yeah, it was a crazy shift, right? Really wild move here. Indeed. On the lower time frame, we could have taken an entry there, but we were still in our long. And we were managing our trade, and it just went too fast. That's all I can say. It went too quickly. So yeah, regardless, a big win. And we closed below it. So okay, that's it for today, fam. All right. 3.5 hours of fire. We had really luck today with some momentum at the perfect moment when we started to stream. We went into trade pretty quickly. We didn't have to hesitate too long and wait. So that was great. And yeah, trade management. We closed everything before it dropped. So fantastic TP1, TP2, TP3. I hope you managed your trade as well. And if not, take it as a lesson. And again, you see how powerful these levels are, right? These levels are no joke, all right? LTA Concepts has begun. Download the ebook. It's free. Get familiar with us. If you're interested in joining the live streams, then make sure you have the war map, all right? You get familiar with our concepts, the way we trade, the way we analyze. So there are no more questions when we take our entry. It builds more confidence when we take an entry together. Because if you then take an entry, you understand why I'm taking the entry and there's no more doubt. And you understand that we're following a mechanical system that we trust. That it's super key, okay, for you as well. Our private group will be opened in 8 days, the 18th. Make sure when you are interested that you join the live stream next week, Thursday. It's going to be on a Thursday next week. It's going to happen quickly, so be there. But again, tomorrow's the CPI, right? Are we going to trade the CPI? I think there is a big chance we're going to trade the CPI. And the reason why is because of everything that gold is doing. And I think it's building something. I think it's building something bigger. And I'm actually very excited to see if you can manipulate something and just take out the lows here. Especially because the expectation potential higher inflation than the previous month. Okay. Higher than February. So if that's the case, then yeah, this is not going to be good for gold. This is going to be better for the dollar because of the fact that, you know, this is exactly what they don't want, right? Higher inflation right now. That means that they have potentially changed up their monetary policies again, tighten in order to get inflation down, and that's not going to be good for gold. So much love, fam. W in the chat. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support here. 1.3k likes. I think it's one of our records in this short period of time here. I want to thank all of you guys for the commitment as well. Okay. Make sure that when you join tomorrow, you come on time and we're preparing for the CPI. And everything should be good. Okay. Yeah, man. That's exactly what we're looking for. All right. Much love, fam. Much love. Thank you, my guys. Shout out to Big Wick Energy. Ciao.